Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today is something different. Today, we are actually going to be doing a ranking video. And with Avengers Endgame getting really close to Avatar and to become the highest grossing movie of all time, and in celebration for 9 days into becoming getting Spider-Man Far From Home, I decided it would be best to rank these movies, like all Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I actually had this idea quite a while ago. It actually took a while for me to watch all these movies again. But yeah, today we're going to be ranking them. We are going to start from the worst to the best. Alright, here we go. At number 22, we have Thor the Dark World. I honestly really tried. I tried to enjoy the movie. I really did. It's really hard to. Personally, the only two things that stick out from this movie are, one, those weird kids with all the strange anomalies going on at the parking lot, and two, that part when Loki was like, "Good job, Thor, you just decapitated your father's head," after, or like, I think it was like, no, I think it was like the grandfather's actually. See, this is, even after watching it after like a week ago or something, I still don't quite remember much about the movie. Anyway, at number 21, we have The Incredible Hulk. I also tried to like this movie as well, but I still honestly tried to, yeah. But what really got me to not liking it that much was the fact, just put in the Hulk in like as a plot device for a guy gets the girl movie. That's basically the Incredible Hulk. That's basically it. That is basically it. What? Alright. At number 20, we have Iron Man 2. This movie, if you could hear that, that was my dad. So anyway, I'm having a hard time getting some words here. There are some things that I remember that remember with this movie. It's just like these movies that we starting off with, they're easily forgettable. Like, other than the fact that these characters exist, doesn't really have that much storyline to the more outwards, like the more recent Marvel ones. That's what I feel about Iron Man 2. At some points I did kind of like it, like the sabotage, like the attack on Tony during his trip to Monaco. That that is in my brain. And then talk about the birds, like, is this your bird? No, I want my bird. Is this your bird? No, I want my bird. My bird. I know I came from Russia. These birds came from Russia, but those are not my birds. I'm just, yeah. Anyway, continuing. Number 19, we got Thor, the original Thor movie. I did kind of like this movie, actually. Actually, I did not really like it. It was more like a meh movie. It's just this is kind of like I don't know. It's just kind of hard for me. I don't know to kind of like these early movies from the MCU, but I do like that they got better with it. Much like you know, yeah. Thor is it's a meh movie. There's not much happening. That's it. I'm for number 18. We got Iron Man 3. I actually had Iron Man 3 much higher actually. Um but after thinking about it and putting it in relation to other Marvel movies, I just didn't see it as that good. It, to remind you, I still like this movie. I actually really do like this movie. Uh, it's kind of funny. I like its realism, and I do like that that Tony Stark actually kind of starts with his parenting skills a bit in this movie. And it's just when looking at it with other films, it's not that quite good. For number 17, we got Age of Ultron. Uh, so the first Avengers, remember that? That was like amazing. That was absolutely incredible. Um, that basically put the stakes really high for an Avengers sequel. Yeah. Oh, hold on. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Let's not give him my location to the public. So, so yeah, Age of Ultron. It basically gave itself, like Marvel gave a second Marvel movie a big amount of anticipation, and it kind of let us down with this. Now it is pretty good, but I just felt like it was kind of all over the place. And you know that little relation thing we had that not really had well we had but like you know that relation that Clint Barton had and Natasha Romanoff. It's like more kind of like a romantic kind of way. The kind of in case you haven't seen any of these, oh yeah, spoilers. Um, uh, what are you doing here for once of all? You need to go see these movies. Um, and so yeah, but if you haven't seen it, they basically ruin that kind of relationship by showing that Clint Barton actually does have a family. Now, it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome if Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff really were a couple. But they are still friends, which that's still good. And I just did. I just felt like that the rise, the crisis, like the sense of crisis, wasn't really there. And next up, we have Captain Marvel. And this one is kind of good as well. I just after is so anyway after like this movie and onwards, they're all good. All of them are good. All of them are good. All of them are good. Okay, sorry. Why am I acting like a fool on YouTube? So anyway, so yeah, Captain Marvel. It is a good movie. It's just the other ones have charm to them. Like other ones, like after this one, like all the others had like some sort of charm, or like in some way in relation. Uh, like these are people that can relate to. Not many people can relate to a military soldier, and not really like a soldier, but like an air pilot. And now props to Captain Marvel. We're actually seeing putting the scrolls in a new light. In any other Marvel media that I have seen, Superhero Squad, the Defend of Earth, the Kinetic game on the Xbox, those medias have seen the scrolls as actual invaders, as bad guys. This one did give us like a way of showing us, hey, the scrolls in this canon universe, they are the good guys, and the Kree are not. So yeah, that is a good thing that can have that they have. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. It's just like in relation to the other. When you put up against any other, you would say, "Oh yeah, this one's definitely better than Captain Marvel." Next up, we got Doctor Strange. This one is, I gotta say, it's a really good movie actually. This is really relatable. Um, the visuals are great. Some of them are a little kind of freak me out a little bit. The wise way of the ancient one, ancient one, and her death is kind of heartbreaking. But as I felt like for Age of Ultron, I felt like the urge for a crisis just felt non-existent, really. And yeah, Dormammu is invading Earth. It just doesn't feel like it's actually happening, even if even though it actually is happening. It just feels like the world's being transformed, and that's basically it. Next up, we got Iron Man. By the way, this is all my opinion. This is all my opinion. If you disagree, which you might have, oh my god, what is going on? Dude, I have so many notifications on my phone right now. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, this is my opinion. If you want to express your own opinions, please, um, please share them down in the comments below. I would actually really like to see what you have come up with in your different in your different list. So yeah, Iron Man. I don't feel like Tony Stark is very relatable as other protagonists, but he is a lovable one. He is a lovable one. This movie is great. I really do love this movie. It's just putting them against the others is a little. You can see that he is much better in the Avengers, like the Avengers movies, in my opinion, at least. Um, where you could, where yeah, you can see many voices collaborate and go against each other in some way. So yeah, that is Iron Man. Next up, we got Ant Man. This is also a really good movie. Um, this um, Ant Man and the Wasp are gotta be the most relatable types of movies that I can actually see. Relatable types of movies that the MCU has ever made. It's not very relatable for me per se, but it can be relatable for like it can be relatable for the father, the mother, and basically be like, I want to see my kids so bad. I want to see my kids so bad. That was like that was like Scott Lang in the movie, but is I uh, sorry sorry about this. Oh yeah, there's totally like unnecessary kind of parts where where basically if what was it? Hold on 1 second. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So if Hank really wanted Scott to join him, he could have just, I don't know, hired him. He could have hired him. And 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 there's some other ways that he could like just do so. He could basically, impress. He could not impress, but like he could basically divert the people that are wanting to to see Hank's former protege, and he could have just like directed them to another invention he has that they would be, and when they're just like, so it's a suit, and there they could just like grab it, destroy it, bam. The rest of the movie isn't really that needed. So yeah, that's Ant Man. Next up, for number 12, we got Black Panther. Black Panther, I felt like was a really good movie. I'd props to Black Panther for actually getting me more invested into different cultures. In like Wakandan culture, it was like Wakanda forever, yeah, Yabambe, Yabambe. Oh boy, I'm, I'm sorry, so, uh, it's just one of those movies that I feel like, in relation to the others, the others are just better. Alright. Next up, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy is a series that's great. I love it. I love it. It's just that Volume 2 is basically, I got points down on it because like for most of the movie, the Guardians are split, and I feel like they do best when they are united. But really prevents me from knocking it down even more is Baby Groot, oh, so cute. And also, oh my god, the music. The music. The music. The music is absolutely amazing. There are some songs that I know now that I have not known before I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I.e., Mr. Blue Sky. Where you hide away for so long. Anyway, again, off track. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Next up, we got Thor Ragnarok. Points up. Points up. Bravo. They have finally made a good Thor movie. That already gives it some extra points. I mean, like, the original Thor and Dark World were disappointments, in my opinion, at least. I think that's a very shared opinion of all of you, that Thor, and not all of you, but most of you, which I have seen quite a bit on the internet. Yeah. Just the fact that Ragnarok is much better. And also the reason why it's better is because it got some more got more funny humor. Awesome. That is absolutely amazing. Next in the movie is next thing in the movie is oh yeah, Thor and Hulk's fight. That is definitely my favorite part in the movies. By far. By far. Oh my god. We've seen them squabble a bit in the Avengers, but just a huge on fight from the Grandmaster. Just, oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, that's my Ragnarok. Next up, we have Captain America: Civil War. This is also an amazing movie. It's because Captain America is going to be the debatably the most recognizable Marvel character. And it's just like, to see him just go on a one-on-one with another really debatably well-known character, Iron Man, just it's just crazy. And the fact that's really real, that the United Nations is taking a step in to prevent any more damages, any more losses going on, that these superhumans, or like these things have made happen. What puts it down for me, it feels like there's some questions I have. One, after the plane battle in Berlin, Bucky and Captain America go to Siberia. They go straight to Siberia. Well, Tony has to go to the ocean, talk to Talk to other people, talk to Sam where they're going. He gets the information, he goes to Sokovia, and he's there before Captain America and Bucky get there. What? How did he do that? And he's not in his suit. He's in he's in a jet. And debatably, the same amount of speed their thing will go, and also Civil War is also good because Spider-Man shows up for the first time in the MCU in that movie. So does Black Panther. So yeah. And next up, we got First Avenger as number 8. So, not sure if I told you guys this. I am a sucker for history. I love history. Oh my god. You want some proof? Let me show you. I have the Declaration of Independence on the closet wall here. Not just this one. Not just that copy. No, not just that copy. I even have the signed version on there. The signed version. You see? I love history in any way, shape, or form. That basically boosts up the First Avenger. I love it a lot. And as it's take place in basically the most well-known war of all time, World War II. I'm just like, oh my god, this is perfect. And a love story, boy, oh yeah. But what puts it down? Oh my god, phone, work with me here, please. Well, hello. So yeah, that boosts it up, but what knocks it down for me is the fact they kind of cut through a bit on the actual fighting. And then there's some red herring villains. They're not really villains, but they're just trying to use Captain America for their own gains. Like the war bonds. Yeah, we want war bonds. Well, we need war bonds to keep this thing going. And yeah, that's basically it. Next up we have Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh yeah, I really recently watched this one. This is a really good movie. For one, it's really hilarious. My favorite part of the movie, by far, is when Scott Lang was the size of an elementary school kid and had to go get the original Ant-Man suit from oh my god, just thinking about it just cracks me up. So, and also, yeah, since I always said before, for the original Ant-Man, it's very relatable. It's absolutely hilarious. Go watch it. Next up, we got The Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is my favorite Captain America movie. Oh boy. The reason why, well, it's just better. No reason about that. We see Captain America and Bucky's relationship grow a bit in the first Avenger, and to see him on the fighting the opposite side of Captain America, just and the climax just really hits me to tears. It's really hard for me to not talk about this movie. And well, it's really hard for me to talk about this movie and not burst into tears. Anyway, next one. Uh, Next up, we got the Avengers, the original Avengers. This is really awesome. My favorite part of this movie is when Hulk was just throwing Loki around like a rag doll. And the part that really sells it, oh man, is when Hulk says, "Puny God." It's just awesome. And there's also favorite quote, Iron Man saying, "We have the Hulk," when he's just talking with Loki. And this and the fact that Loki tried to mind control Tony, but failed because of his arc reactor. Usually that works. Yeah. Next up, we got Spider-Man Homecoming as number 4. Oh yeah. You can tell why I love this movie. It's really, 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 really funny. Oh boy, and it's also really relatable to me this time. And it's just like I just can't express this enough on how much this actually like relates to me a lot. But my favorite part in this movie is when Ned was like helping out Peter Parker. It's like, and the teacher comes in. It's like, "What are you doing on the computer during the dance?" Well, if you want to if you want to finish, I want to see what what the end of that part was. Just go look it up. This is a kid friendly channel. I don't want to say the word on this channel. All right, next up, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. And it's just amazing that that Marvel actually brought these people that we've never heard about until 2014. Like, not really like all of us, but like most people have never heard about, to very lovable characters. And it's just amazing, really funny, very loose language. It's just